my co-host, the panic attack. The backseat crew got Anna, Angie, Brody, and a lunatic. It's a drive-by in the back of a car doing donuts in the driveway. With the car locked, with the frogs and the dogs and the goose and the goose in the garage. No key, I am lost in the sauce. A lunatic. In the shed, in the snow, and Gemma on the radio. Anna and Angie and Brody, I got a hatchet in the shed, in the snow, and Gemma on the radio. Lunatic. I got Anna and Angie and Brody. I got a hatchet in the shed in the snow, and Gemma on the radio.
I gotta make that a little bit. I gotta fuck with that just a little bit.
Okay, that's awesome though.
You've never heard my intro?
Yeah. I just every time I listen to it, I'm like literally like rocking out more. Like it's just so catchy, and
it just gets you pumped up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. Smash the like, share the shit out everywhere, please. Make sure people know that Froggy's live.
Yeah, we weren't planning on going live. Gemma, I don't know if you're logged into StreamYards, but I think you can actually hit the go live, and you can go live off of your channel too.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to go live on your channel too, you are more than welcome to.
Okay.
You know how it is. It's fucking 2 a.m. here.
Yeah, it's just turned 8 a.m. for me, so yeah.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. But then I did see that I fucked up. So thank you, Gemma, for calling me out on my fuck up.
It wasn't necessarily you fucked up. I saw a notification from you, and I was like, huh? And then that's why I messaged you. I was like, it says Froggy's live in 2 minutes or whatever it was. I was like,
right.
What? And I was like, okay.
I'm like, you know what? I'll just go live tomorrow afternoon too, because this is normally the time I'm up anyways.
Yeah, because usually I know you're usually way, way asleep by now. So I was like, I was surprised when I got the notification to say that you were live. I was like, huh?
Actually, I did not take my sleeping medication because I'm trying to get on a cycle and I got to get it out of my I got to get accustomed to fucking sleeping at night, but that shit ain't happening. So I figure I'm going to wear myself out today. So by the time I get done, I'm going to take my fucking meds before I stream tomorrow. Because it seems like no matter how many times I take my meds at night, I might get an hour or two nap and then I'm fucking wide awake until morning. So if I take my morning meds in the morning,
right,
mid-afternoon time, I could take a couple hour nap
Yeah.
and then do my show, and then I'll be tired by then.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Because apparently Froggy don't know how to sleep.
Well, you're not the only one. Like, I've been struggling to sleep. Well, I've managed to get a few hours, but this friggin' UK heat wave is driving me freaking loopy. It's horrible.
Oh, here's horrible. Roy literally looked at me and said, I don't feel like cooking in the house. It's too fucking hot. I said, okay. Charcoal burgers. What up,
Hey,
Ghost
Ghost.
Rider? How you doing? You drunk yet? I hope you're drunk. I hope you're feeling that right.
It's literally been so sticky here. Literally, like, I hadn't even been able to friggin' do much chores or anything. It's been too sticky. Thank you, Ghost Rider.
She's from the UK, honey. She's
Yeah.
got that European accent. Although I can't say that because some people from further up Europe, like the Welsh area, have a different accent than like
Oh yeah.
fucking where she's from. I mean, it's just like the United States and Canada. I was actually talking to a couple of people in one of my Discord groups. I'm like, yeah, you could go. You go up north and you're gonna get the Canadian nice, and they go, "What do you mean?" I go, "You go to Minnesota, North Dakota, you're gonna get the Canadian nice," and they go, "Oh," I go, "Don't you know?" And they go,
Right.
"Yeah, but," and I go, "Yeah, but."
This is the thing. Like, it depends in the UK where you're at. Like, for me, like, I don't really think I have an accent that much. Like, for me, I'm just a basic English person. But the further up you go in the country, you'll notice the dialect changes. Like, if you go towards Cornwall and Devon, and they have more a country twang to their accent. Whereas for me, I'm at the bottom of the country, so.
Thank you. Look at this. He brings me a salad at 2 a.m.
Oh wow! Hello, Roy.
They say hi, Roy. Be live. I screwed up, so I figure I'm gonna follow through and go live. I set it for like 1:50 a.m. And
Yeah, I
set
literally
it
messaged
to
Froggy because I saw a notification said that she was live in 2 minutes. I was like,
Thank you, Ron. See, he's so nice. He brings me
Sorry, if you guys can hear the rubbish truck, I'll just warn you, the local council rubbish truck's outside, so it's loud. So I apologise if you hear any banging, nothing I can do about it. They're literally right outside emptying the bins right now.
Okay, so basically what she means by a rubbish truck is a garbage truck.
Yep.
I made a mistake once at a bar and told a couple they sounded cute. The man just looked at me like, what the hell?
Ghost, it's nice, like, when we hear things like that from people who don't really get to hear the British accent and stuff, it's quite nice because, like, a lot of the people that live here now are from other countries. So, like, we have a lot of people who are from Eastern Europe and countries that aren't native British or whatever. We have a lot of people who are from, like, Albania, Greece, Turkey, Iran, Kosovo, and other places like that come over from being persecuted countries. And so we have a mix of international and national British people. And yes, we have a lot of different accents here now. Like, it's, I wouldn't necessarily say Britain is British now, but we're actually labelled as a multicultural country, which basically means we have a mix of, like, the other day, it actually made me laugh because I went to the train station because I was going to a meeting out my area, and I bumped into these group of American people, and I was like, huh? And I was literally listening to their conversation because I was bored crapless waiting for my train, and I could hear them talking and talking and talking. I was like, oh my god, they're Americans! Like, what? And one of them came over to me because they were asking what time the train was. I was like, well, the train's due in 4 minutes. So you look at the little screen up there that tells you with like the delays and stuff. And they're like, oh. They're like, really? I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, in America, we don't have nothing like this. This
Right.
is great.
America, we're poor people.
Like, they were so amused that we had like this like little tiny like little TV screen like this big with like all the times of the trains, and like they thought it was hilarious. I was like, no, it's just a standard thing that happens here. Like, you know, we have things that happen like that all the time, and like I love getting on the train. I love to hear other people's accents, and like when we have visitors who come to the country for holidays, and it's quite funny because like sometimes we have Canadians come over here, and we had other people from like Germany and other countries, and every time they're like, oh my god, you British people sound funny, or you British people have really weird humor, and I'm like, well, that's just us. Like, you know, that's just who we are.
That's when you throw them back at them and said, have you ever seen the United States? They're even funnier.
Right. I saw some Brits at the Walmart other day, shocked at our food. It's like, yeah, Ghost. I hear that a lot because we actually have the over here in the UK. We actually have the sister store to Walmart, which is called Asda. Because every time I shop at Asda, because that's where my mum actually works, and on the actual carrier bags, when you shop at Asda over here, it says on the bottom of the bag, "Thank you for shopping at Walmart," and I'm like, huh? And then I had to ask my mum about it. I was so dopey. She's like, Gemma, you do realise what Walmart is, don't you? I was like, well, yeah, Walmart's the American supermarket. And she's like, yeah, they basically own Asda, but we're the UK alternative, but we are owned by Walmart. I was like, what? So you're telling me Asda's American? She was like, well, yeah. I was like,
But
oh.
they still have to follow the Britain laws, which means you guys don't get all the goodies that we get with the sugar soda.
Yeah, so like literally like every time I go to Asda now, I'm like, oh, I'm shopping at Walmart, and like literally I keep buying the carrier bags just so I have the Walmart at the end of the carrier bag so I can say that I've been to Walmart. My mum's like, Gemma, you're weird. Like, I literally will buy the carrier bag just for the Walmart name, so I know that I've actually
That's
been
when
there.
you turn around and you tell her, no, I'm not weird. I just have friends in the United States.
Yeah, that's what I said to my mum. She was like, oh, she's like, now that makes sense. And she's like, that is so weird. I didn't realise until when I started working here, and one of her bosses is American, and she's like, oh, now it makes sense. I'm like, well, duh.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
we get the corn syrup. Brits get the sugar. Amen to that.
Yeah, we do get corn syrup and stuff here, but obviously
it's not in all the food that we have.
No, the
90%
UK, we
of
are
yeah,
a lot more strict on our foods and stuff. Like, you guys get a lot more of the sugary treats and stuff. Like, the UK is so rigid when it comes to certain foods and chemicals, and like we have a lot of foods that have reduced sugar, and they're trying to push now like sugar-free sodas, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Since when do we have to have sugar-free soda? Like, I love a full sugar soda. I love opening the bottle and hearing that when you open the bottle, and
that's
like
condensation, or that's carbonation, not sugar sodas. But
yeah,
there is more of a sizzled sugar with the carbonation than there is with the sugar alcohol, which is in non-sugar fucking sodas.
right. But we do get some foods similar to you. Like, we do get some of the candies and stuff like that. And the other day, only candy I buy is British candy. We have a section in store. Yeah, we have what we call the international aisle over here in the supermarket, so that I can get my American Mountain Dew, my Dr. Pepper, and stuff like that. So I deliberately like will phone my mum when I know she's at work. I'm like, Mum, make sure you go down the international aisle for me, please. And she was like, what do you want? I'm like, I want my sodas, I want my candy, I want this, and I'll literally give her this. I'm like, boom, 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 and I'll make sure that she gets it for me. I'm like,
oh, one day, and I learned this last night. Do you know? Actually, I learned this yesterday, but I took the day off. Do you know that? Have you ever had a root beer float?
yes.
90% of people in like Britain don't know what a fucking root beer float is.
They sell them in the international. They should, because they sell them as part of the sodas here in the UK. Like in the international aisles, if you go down the international aisles or into international food shop, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 international food shops within
I'm
an
not
hour walk
talking the
from me.
root beer soda. I'm talking you put root beer soda in ice cream.
Yes, we have it over here. Yeah, I've tried it a couple of times. I love it. I think it's great. I've tried it a few
Yeah,
times.
Ghostly's passed the fuck out.
Yeah. Oh, doggy. Yeah, we have some American like a few months ago. I bought my nephew some Homer Simpson soda that he noticed in one of the international food shops that we have here, and he's like, I want to try, I want to try, I want to try. I'm like, okay, and he literally opened it. Oh my god, it turned his tongue orange, and I'm like, what the hell? That's weird.
That's because of the dyes.
Yeah, literally, he opened it and literally had like one sweet. He's like, Gemma, try this. And I literally like tip my mouth open. Now I'm like, tip it into my mouth. And he's like, tipping it into my mouth. And oh my god, I felt like my mouth was popping. It was like literally like my mouth was like going dirt, dirt, dirt. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, the carbonation, but they also do have rock candies here in the United States that do that. You put them in your mouth and they just go.
Yeah, it was weird. But my nephew was like, Aunt Gemma, he goes, your face looks proper funny. I was like, what's that? He goes, apparently I was like screwing up my face and like going like this and like making weird faces. My nephew's like, Gemma, you look so silly. I'm like, thanks. Yeah, but we do get a mixture of different foods and stuff, and the UK is starting to get a lot better with international food, but still we do have restrictions, which is a bit annoying.
Mountain Dew is banned in many countries because of the simple fact that let's just say it's horrible for you.
Yeah,
but not as bad as Coke, because you can put Coke on batteries and it will clean the acid off the batteries.
yeah. Sometimes Coca-Cola is used as a cleaning product here. Like people will actually use it to clean toilets and unblock sinks and stuff, and also some people use it for cooking. Like my mum's actually a couple of years ago, she made what she called a Coca-Cola chocolate cake, and I'm like, Mum, why are you putting Coca-Cola in a cake mixture? And she was like, watch me. And I was like, okay. And oh my god, literally, when she got it out of the oven when it was finished, I've never seen a cake be so bouncy. Like literally, like I pressed it with my finger like that, and it literally like went vroom. I was like, what the? It was so weird. What? And
Yeah.
you
In the
mouthwash?
United States, our mouthwash was first sold as floor cleaner.
Damn! Wow, that's crazy. Because over here, I don't think that would happen because our mouthwashes are pretty tested by dentists and government officials, and everything has to have a certain level of safety and like yeah. That wow, that's crazy to me.
Well,
That's
you see
crazy.
what they've been doing now with the United States chemicals, right?
Yeah.
The packaging of them, they're putting them in like 2-liter bottles, or like the same as like the apple juice bottles and shit like that. So a lot of
Yeah.
people are getting confused on it, what's what, and like they're drinking fucking degreaser and shit like that, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah. It's crazy that you guys get to have so much more freedom with your stuff, and you get to like actually taste good things, and whereas the UK, like everything is getting more restricted, and there's more.
I think the USA needs to restrict. Do you know how many overweight and obese people are fucking
Yeah,
in
the
the
UK has
United
a lot of
States?
obese people. Like the UK right now is saying that obesity here is actually an epidemic because there's a lot more people who are ending up in hospitals with cardiac arrests and strokes and different things like that because people are being obese, and it's the government are trying now to punish people who are obese by sending them into workout classes and making them do lose weight courses in order to try and be a bit more healthier. But a lot of people who like being overweight or like being a bit chunky, like, well, this is not fair. Like if I like who I am, if I like doing what I do, then I'm not being forced to do anything. So it's got a bit of a kickback because people are like, well, if I'm naturally big, then I'm naturally big. Like there's nothing I can do about it, and it's caused a bit of an uproar. So
Okay, so the only thing I can find on Bayer aspirin is it's a German company, is renowned for its development and making of aspirin, a widely used pain reliever. The company was initially founded in 1863 as a dyestuffs manufacturer. What the fuck is a dyestuffs?
yeah, what is a dye stuff? So I have no idea. He says, if not, I'm not going to tell you. Well, Ghostwriter, you kind of going to have to educate me because I have no idea.
Yeah, Shadow Don't Leave Me. Basically dye stuff is like
And he says, I will tell you,
coloring.
Froggy, but it is dark stuff, your choice.
Oh, I want to know now.
Yeah, you've got to tell us, Ghostwriter, because I have no idea what you're on about. Like, you need to educate me. As a Brit, I have no idea what the hell you're on about.
I want to know.
Me too.
I'm fucking
I'm
interested.
intrigued now. Ghost, you're gonna have to tell us in the chat what you're on about because as a
we
Brit, I
we
completely
love
have.
dark stuff. Okay.
Yeah, we do. Oh yeah, me. That's why we're lunatics, Ghost. We're freaking crazy.
Lunatics.
Oh,
It's
Ghost, I'm very
very dark.
prepared for dark
Prepare
stuff.
yourselves. I'm so fucking prepared. I'm sitting at the edge of my seat, bouncing up and down, waiting in anticipation. Okay.
Trust me, like Ghost, I've heard some many a dark stuff. Like here in the UK, let's just say the UK history runs very dark and very creepy, and yeah.
Well, that's just like Nintendo. Nintendo is known for making nuclear bombs.
Right.
PlayStation is known for making fucking guns and shit.
Right.
Like everything has a dark side to it.
Right.
Fuck, look at Tesla's. The fucking maker of Tesla is a
Yeah.
fucking POS.
Yep. Yeah, I could say more than that, but I'm not going to. I hate Elon Musk with a passion, especially that he thinks it's okay to go after autistic people and people with mental disabilities and cause us things like abominations and stuff. Yeah, Elon Musk, if you do watch this or hear this, you are a total piece of shit and you seriously need to back down and apologize for what you've been saying. Like, you are just a piece of shit.
Holy shit, that's fucked up. So of course, Bayer Company bought Jewish women from camps to test drugs on, which would make sense because German back in the old days,
Yeah.
Germany
Yeah, Germany had a
Like
history in that.
200 after they got dead, they asked for more. That's fucked up.
That's committing genocide, murder. That's
Yeah,
real.
but think about this one. Think about this one. You got to remember 90% of the um okay, so like back in the old days they didn't have the laws that they did nowadays, okay?
Yeah,
First and
yeah, yeah.
foremost. Second of all, w- a lot of people died to genocide.
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
look at what they did every time you did a crime. Like if you literally freaking got caught and still to this day if you get caught stealing in certain countries, they cut your fucking hand off.
Right. Germany have a bad history for certain stuff, and they are going to be unfortunately tagged with that because certain people, and it's sad because a lot of that didn't need to happen, and it's just horrible to think that back in the day that was allowed to happen, and sadly people had their lives taken away, and people were treated like absolute garbage. Yes, Ghost. It's kind of the same in the UK. Our Prime Minister is basically trying to sign a bill to put into law, basically saying that, that it's okay for Iran to do certain things, and I'm just like, oh no, here we go. We're putting ourselves on the let's sign a death warrant line, and
Okay, so here's
uh-huh.
where this comes from. Here's where this comes from. Claims of Bayer, formerly part of IG Forbin,
Yeah,
purchasing Jewish women from Auschwitz to test a new narcotic during the Holocaust have been reported but remain unauthenticated. However, Bayer's procedure IG Forbin was involved in harmful medical experiments conducted on concentration camp prisoners. So there is where it came from. U.S. is about genocide. Iran people. Yeah, the world is fucking shit. Honestly, Ghost Rider, it is. Um. So yeah, basically, dickhead would go to concentration camps and fucking do stupid shit. Now, the one thing I found interesting in the US history is until 1983 they were still experimenting on people who would have to go to the insane asylum.
right.
They would experiment on them. They would do lobotomies and fucking
Yeah,
shock treatment and all this shit on them. But what I found interesting was if a wife told the husband no or did not listen to the husband could bring the woman to the asylum under mental distress.
oh wow.
Um, yeah, the USA, yeah, like literally fucking all the way up until 1984, they were still doing that stuff. And matter of fact, I think they were doing it. Some people were still doing experiments in the late 1900s, like 1990s.
Yeah,
Um, but they had to shut down a lot of the asylums because of the simple fact that they were so mistreated. Babies, sick babies, when there was like the whooping cough and all, and the black,
yeah.
basically when a baby got sick, they would put them in an asylum and they would literally leave them in the cribs just to scream. They would
Right.
literally scream to themselves to death and starve to death
That's
because
evil.
they weren't feeding them, like they were choking on their own mucus and everything else. Um, a lot of times it was Right. This make strong language, comedic violence, and adult humor.
Yeah,
Welcome to my
pretty much.
show. But no, I do actually get into it because a lot of times you can learn a lot about how wicked people were. And matter of fact, that's where a lot of the oh god, it's by proxy. It's that one disease by proxy. I did a whole research on it. My mind's just
Munchausen.
Munchausen's by proxy. Yes,
Yeah,
that's it. Munchausen's by proxy was actually diagnosed by a lot of the nurses who would literally take in um fuck with their patients' medications, causing cardiac arrest and whatnot, just so
yeah.
that way they could bring them back to life so they could be the superhero. And that's how they found out that a lot of people who have Munchausen's by proxy become a nurse is because they want to be a superhero. They want to be the
Right.
hero. They want to, I save lives for a living.
Ghost Rider. My name's Gemma, and I have my YouTube channel is called Gemma's Journey Grace, where I talk about my autism journey, and I talk about disability issues, mental health issues, and I often critique local government medical articles. I also do poetry. I also do Elvis Hall videos. Yeah, I do a mix of content.
You know what's really funny about that Ghost Rider, where you said part troll, part good guy? I actually got DMs about you about, oh, he's a troll, he's a troll. He goes into all these channels and he trolls them. And then you come in here and you have actual intelligent conversations with me. And I'm like, he's not a troll. Have you ever seen him in my channel? He actually is a really good guy. And like, we
Yeah,
learn
he's
a lot
been
from
made
him and he
alive.
learns a lot from us. And they're like, no, 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 he's a troll, he's a troll. And they said that about Mr. Mario too. And I'm like, no, you guys don't realize, like, when they come into my chat, they're actually really amazing and they talk with us and they carry
Right.
on conversations with us. So now that you admitted that you're part troll, I can see where some channels would say that I troll evil stuff. Yeah, I know you do. You don't troll me though. Even when I go out and do paranormal investigating, you've never trolled me. You've always stood by me. Ooh, I do. Okay, so like we got to get a car. But I found an abandoned town like 4.5 hours away from me.
Oh,
I
nice.
so want to go.
Oh, that sounds
Once I get a car,
awesome.
and all of my medical shit is done and over with, I am so fucking going
Oh
because
yeah, hell yeah.
I want to go visit an abandoned town. There's a whole bunch of them around Texas that I want to go to. Some of them are ghost towns, some of them are evil.
Yeah.
You see no evil to troll. That's because I, I try not to do bad shit.
If you want to check out my channel, it's called Gemma's Journey Grace, and everything on my channel. From what you, if you watch it, you'll see there's no trolling or there's no bad stuff put on there. That I don't allow anyone to get bullied or labelled or made fun of. Like I'm very good about booting trolls, so I have to. I literally am very protective of my community, my family, my channel. I literally look after people and but yes, I know some people might not like my channel, what I talk about. I do sometimes raise political issues related to disability and stuff. So I do a fairly mix of content. But yeah, feel free to check me out if you want to.
That's her channel, honey. She does a lot of stuff on autism, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah, that's my main part, my content. But I do Elvis content, I do poetry content, I do mental health content. I do a mix of content. My channel's kind of become a mixed collection of stuff.
Right, and I kind of do the same thing. If you, it did, if the Ghost Rider knows, I do fucking everything. Like, I talk about politics, I talk about paranormal, I talk about, a matter of fact, I, in between, okay, so like, we've all Ghost Rider, you have seen where I've literally had conversations about being believing in a higher power. I never really troll anyone. It's just a joke. I know, Ghost Rider. You're a really good guy. Um I just think it's funny when I get messages about you being a troll or Mr. Mario being a troll, and then they're sending me pictures because, like, I have friends that go into people that I don't tolerate channels, and like you do, you boo boo, you can go in their channel. I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they troll these people, they troll these people, and I'm seeing screenshots of like Mr. Mario literally trolling them, and I'm like, yeah, but has he ever done that in my chat? And they're like, no. I'm like, yeah, point taken.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Like, some trolls will troll people that deserve it, and they'll go in there and wind up the chat and cause drama and whatever. But a lot of trolls who act like trolls actually aren't bad people. I've had a few trolls that have come into my chat and said things like that I'm brainwashed and that I'm poisoned and blah blah blah. And then I'm like, hold on a minute. I'm like, where are they coming from? And then I'll watch them in other chats. I'm like, okay, so they're obviously trolling these people because these people are bad. These people are saying stuff that isn't right and whatever. And then they'll come back into my chat a few days later. And I'm like, hey, why were you trolling this person? Like, what are you gaining? And then a lot of the trolls that have used to troll me, they'll come back now and they'll be like friendly to me. They're like, oh, you know, Gemma, we got you wrong and we assumed that you were a bit weird and this and this and this. And I'm like, a lot of trolls now apologize to me because I'm like,
Well,
I'm not
see,
as bad
and
as you out. So
I look at it this way, okay? If you're authentic on the camera as you are off the camera,
yeah,
nobody's going to have an issue. But let's say you get on the camera and you act super sweet, and then you're playing video games and they're hearing you yell at your kids to shut the fuck up and don't make me come over there and whoop your fucking ass and shit
right,
like that. And you're like, this is two different people,
right,
but it's the same person. And it's just like, you can't hide who you truly are on the camera and then be a bitch off the camera. Like,
right.
I literally, y'all see me, I pick on my son whether I'm on camera or off camera. My
Yeah.
son will completely admit some days he's an asshole,
Right,
100%. But
right,
at the end of the day, it's literally, we have a healthy relationship. We can pick on each other, and it's not abusive. It's not in
right.
an abusive
No, it's
way.
not. I've seen you and your son banter backs and forwards with each other on camera and off camera. Like me, this is the thing about me and Froggy. That what you see on camera is the same as what we are off camera. Me and Froggy will sit here and chat and chat and chat, and behind closed doors, we're exactly the same thing. We laugh, we banter, we joke, we can be serious, we can hang out, we can chill. Like what you see with both of us now is what you get behind the screen. Like we're the same people. We don't change.
If my camera made it to Jordan's room, I would so show you that he is still alive. But he is asleep right now. It is 2:32 a.m.
Yeah. So like Ghost Rider, like what you see of me right now on the camera with Froggy is the same girl that you get offline. Like I'm the same person. I don't change. Like what you see with me now is what you'll see behind the screens. Like I don't change for anybody.
Banter in the USA can get you in jail. Yes, it can.
Same here, Ghost
Um,
Rider. Trust me. Same here. Trust me.
so there is a town in Arkansas that is supposedly the most racist town in Arkansas in the United States. I was gonna go there and hold up a sign, especially because I'm caramel. You know, I'm not like pale white. Okay, I was gonna look at the cat. Oh yeah, she does that to Ghost all the time. Her okay, so like that cat is that's her food dish. First of all, that's why she's jumping up there is because she's eating because I have to keep it away from that fuck right there. But literally, those two, my two dogs in here, that is their baby. Like they will clean that cat I've never seen a dog clean a cat until we brought her in. And like if it's a little baby, um you can't see her, but my other dog, she will literally clean it and try to nurse it and everything else. Like she
Yeah.
is mama dog, okay? So they have a weird relationship. And ever since my cat got outside, I don't know what it is, but like she will stay up my ass, but then when I go to the door, she thinks she gets to go outside too.
Yeah.
We actually put cat door. We're gonna put a hole in this door right here, but um, in the bathroom we put little cat doors so that they can get in and out and go through
Yeah.
all the rooms. It's so funny because I'll get the kittens in here and she'll get mama in here and they'll just sit and chill and um okay, so like Ghostly, he is the more annoying one, but the one you can't see because she's like behind the recliner. Um, she is so fucking mellow, you don't even notice she's here. Like a lot of times, you would only think I have one dog in the house, and that's because Ghostly is loud. Ghostly's like, "Mom, stop talking about me." But yeah, we have her and her sister Midnight. And then I don't know if you guys remember back in I'd say around December, no January-ish.
Yeah.
We brought home, no, it was in November. We brought home teeny tiny orange kittens, right? And
Yes,
one
you did.
passed away. Charlie passed away. But Garfield, that motherfucker is a huge bastard.
Yeah.
He is huge. And then we have the mom cat that we brought in because like literally we were having fucking storms and tornadoes coming through and we weren't leaving our cat and fucking kittens outside. So we
No.
brought them in and they never left. 80% of the folks with black cats name them Mite. Yeah, a lot of okay, so we have Shadow, we have Midnight, we have Clone, we have Caleb, which means clone. Yeah, I know you forgot the D. Midnight, but he forgot the D. Ghost Rider, you can't forget the D. You always got to remember the D. And then we have, which Caleb actually means clone.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um, and then we have Tiger, and then we have Cupid, which is Mama Cat. And then for the dogs, we have Tank, BB, Moo Moo, Coco, and Ghost.
Nice.
Dogs are almost easier to remember. I have 2 in here. They have 3 up there. It works out perfectly.
Yeah. So that's nice.
The only reason we have to separate them is because Tank, dark room, been drinking, and an evil day. My family is evil. Sorry about the D, dude. I totally feel you on the fucking. My family is evil. I get that one. Not all of my family is evil, but there are some evil people in my family.
Yeah, I have an uncle that Froggy's aware of that's evil. That's said some things against me that have been, yeah, let's just say me and him have had many a scraps.
Right. And don't feel bad about the D. We like the D around here. Well, I like the D around here. Werewolf? Ooh, I'd love a werewolf pup.
Ghost Rider, one of my uncles that Froggy knows about, basically is a ex cop, ex policeman. He served in the police force for over 30 years, and his mindset is anyone that is disabled or anyone that is not classed as the normal person is broken. And he basically told me at my granddad's funeral and my late grandmother's funeral that I wasn't allowed to cry or show my autism, and I had to control myself and other bullshit. And still to this day, he treats me like I'm a piece of shit. And yeah.
Not to put down cops. Okay. Not to put down cops, but I have noticed that there are a lot of cops that do not recognize mental health at
Right.
all.
Nope.
Especially in their children, because they got to live the perfect life. And I'm
Right.
sorry, no matter what life you live, it's not a perfect life. And the more you try to front that you have a perfect life, the more people are going to realize that you're just covering something up.
Right.
Dude, there was a cop. And matter of fact, Penguin Zero covered this, and I'll find the clip somewhere. There was a cop that literally showed you how to search your teenage child's room.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm sorry, but if you don't have trust in your child, your child ain't gonna learn how to trust people. I'm a outlaw biker. Cops not my favorite people. Just a bike, but I identify as a biker. Hey, you know what, dude? A bike is a bike, man.
I actually want to share one of my poems to you guys, kind of talking about like labels and stuff. Hold on, let me find it. I've got a copy of my stuff.
Yeah, I
here.
still haven't received that.
I know, I don't know what's happened because I've sent 2 copies out to you, so I don't know
I
where
have no idea.
I've literally tracked it, and they've both said that they're on the way to you. And I paid for express shipping, everything.
Okay, so 9 chances out of 10 they're at the border. They're going through customs.
I've literally sent another copy out the other day because I've like the second box. I've sent more snacks out to be with it, so I'm hoping that the first one obviously got caught up in customs or whatever. And then
Yeah, 9 chances out of 10 it's a custom thing. I know I had a friend that literally I would have to wait 3 months just to get my boxes of crystals through customs. So, but yeah, we love bikers up here.
Like this poem here kind of explains how I feel. It's like, it's called "What Does Autism Look Like?" It says, "What does autism look like to you? Does it look like people head banging and shouting? Shouting, welcome to the stereotype of autism. Autism is a spectrum of different needs and levels. I'm high functioning. High functioning people assume that I'm fine. I'm fine on the outside. I'm normal every day. Every day on the inside, I'm anxious. Anxious and feeling not sure how I communicate. Communication is a struggle for me on the autism spectrum where everything is heightened. Everything feels different to me, different, trying to function in a world that doesn't understand me. Understand that my autism is not the typical stereotype, the stereotype of acting inappropriate or being an embarrassment to you. I hide my struggles every day, just trying to be accepted even though I know I was born to be different. I was taught to educate and challenge the world. The world, what does autism look like to you? Does it look like we're violent or scary? No, we are people who have different needs and see the world differently. Let's have a conversation and change your fear into acceptance. Acceptance is what my autism looks like. It looks like holding hands and not having to be afraid anymore. I want to be not afraid of who I am. I'm simply autistic.
Dude, I opened up this vape and it fucking fried out within 3 seconds.
That sucks.
But no, going to the the autism spectrum, a lot of people say that just because you have an outburst that you're autistic. Do you know that 90% of the people who stream actually have social anxiety? Like you will not hardly catch me outside. You won't.
Yeah.
But now, like, I stream every day and I act, y'all don't see the social anxiety that I have before I stream and after I stream.
Right.
It's literally streaming wears me down, and it's because I have to socially interact. And
Right.
because I don't look like what everybody should look like, I have so much self-consciousness about myself that if you notice, my mic is always in front of my mouth because of
Yeah.
my fucking teeth. And like my camera is normally fucking like here up, but today it's a little bit lower because I was fucking with my camera. But like, you're not gonna see a full body picture of me. I mean, like, I'm so self cautious about it that it ain't even funny.
This is the
And
thing. Social anxiety is a massive thing.
it is. And even fucking people with like a million followers have social anxiety
But
or
this is the
streaming
thing.
anxiety.
Like me and Foggy, like talking to this subject, like I've done multiple videos on social anxiety because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, well, you know, you don't appear anxious, Gemma. You're so functional when you talk and you dress well and this and this and this." I'm like, but what you don't get is I can't show you what's on the outside here of how anxious I am. It's in my head. I can't show you what's in here. I can only show you what on the outside how I am. You don't see all the crazy that happens in here. You don't see all the depression that happens in my head. You don't see the outbursts that I have. Froggy is in it because I feel safe with her, so I can show her when I'm not in a good way. Like, but a lot of you guys don't get that. A lot of you guys get the woohoo, woohoo, yay, let's go, Gemma, because that's what I present to you guys. But behind closed doors, if I'm struggling, you don't know because I don't show it. I'm very good at it.
Exactly. I'm the same exact way. Like, if I'm struggling, I'm just not going to stream that day. But a lot of times everybody's like, how do you have so much energy? It's like fucking, like tonight, it's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I'm sitting here just. And it's because literally when that camera fucking turns on, I amp myself up to it. Why do you think my fucking intro song is a banger?
Right.
And you can literally headbang to my intro song. It's
Yeah.
because it hypes me up so that way I can get more energy. But now, like, if I were to play my old outro song, I actually switched it out. But if you played my old outro song, it was a slow song just so that way it would calm me down. But no, like, y- I hype myself up every day to get on stream.
Right.
There are days that I just can't do it. It doesn't matter how much I hype myself up, how much coffee I drink, I just cannot do it. And those days I sit at home. You got
Right.
white powder still on your nose. Shit, you weren't supposed to tell people that. Here, let me wipe that off. You know, that booger sugar. Yeah, I wish I did. I wish I had booger sugar. I'd be skinnier. I'd also be like, wee. But
you are perfect just as you are, Foggy. You don't need to be any smaller. You are made to
actually, I
be.
do need to be smaller because being obese can cause massive health effects. And I want
Yes,
to at
man.
least see my son get married. I see my daughter get married. Now I got to see my son get married. Both of my children graduated, so that's my next mission in life is to go see my
Like
son get married.
I know that I'm obese or whatever, but I don't worry about it too much. Like I'm happy being who I am. Like yes, I've had my issues with having like both my wrists operated on or whatever, but I'm happy with being who I am. Like if people say to me, "Oh, you're chunky, you're fat, whatever, whatever, whatever," I don't give
Hey,
a shit. I don't
the
care.
next time somebody says, "Oh, you're chunky, you're fat," look at them and tell them it's more pushing for the cushion, okay? Or
Oh
more
yeah, I've
cushion
seen
for the
that loads
pushing.
of times. Oh
My
yeah.
fucking dyslexia just fucked that whole sentence up.
I didn't even notice, but yeah, you know, I don't care that I'm slightly chunky. Like I love being who I am. I'm a curvy woman. I don't give a shit. I dress how I dress, and that's that. I really don't care.
Right. And that's the thing. As long as you're happy with yourself, people ain't gonna really give her ass, and the people that do give her ass have a higher standard of higher standards than what we do. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking size one fucking model. Let me tell you, okay? But I am a chunky girl, and hey, we all love a beer gut, okay, Ghost
Oh yeah,
Rider?
Ghost
And
Rider.
when I will straight up tell you, I would rather fuck. Uh, I love Roy, but I would rather fuck a bigger dude than a skinnier dude because I don't like feeling fucking bones. I love Roy because he has a little bit of cushion for the pushing, you know?
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
getting fucking skeleton skinny. And oh, it's weird because a lot of bigger guys like thinner girls because, they're bigger, and a lot of thinner girls like, or bigger girls like thinner guys because imagine two hippos going at it.
Yeah, that's funny.
When you see two bigger people, just imagine two hippos going at it, and you get my drift.
Yeah, I get your
Um,
drift. Yeah.
but no, there was actually, I think it was on my 60-pound life where there was a couple, and they were both bigger. I could say something, Abel. Go ahead and say it. And both of them were bigger, and they're like, "Yeah, we have to call somebody over to help stick it in." Imagine picking up your phone and being like, "Hey, could you come help me fuck my girl?" No.
Ghost Rider, we're waiting for you to say something evil. What are you gonna say?
You cannot fucking be evil. I don't think you could be evil, Ghost Rider, like at all. Like, you have a dark sense of humor like we do, and you have a lot of dark knowledge like we do. So I
Oh
could not
yeah.
see you be evil.
No, like we all have a dark evil humor side to us, and you know a lot of the UK people, us British people, we love our dark humor, and a lot of people when we make jokes and stuff, and people are like, and they'll be shocked at what we, and I'm like, get over yourself, like what the hell?
Dude, my grandma around anybody else, like literally anybody else. My grandma
Yeah.
was that prim, pinky up type person, right? Even my own mother, she was that prim, pinky up type person. I'm at my grandma's house and she's like, "Man, I'm just a fat fucking bitch." I'm like, "Grandma."
Oh hell yeah.
She's like, "I'm just so fucking old. My knees don't fucking work no more." I'm like, "Grandma." She's like spouting off, and I'm like, "Damn, Grandma." And she's like, "What? You don't think I know how to swear? I lived with two sailors. I know how to swear. I just
Yeah,
prefer not
right.
to." I'm like, "Yeah, but I've never heard it." Like,
And then like,
I would go to her house and I'd be so respectful and I wouldn't
right.
swear. And like, once dated a C-section woman. Did you stick it in the wrong hole? See, I could be dirtier than you could. But no,
Yeah,
like, listening to your grandma swear is just, it flabbergasts you.
yeah.
Unless like your grandma always
Like
swore, but like my grandma was like,
my late nana, my mum's mum, she used to cuss and talk down like a sailor all the time. And I remember going into her house when I was young, and then I'd walk into her going, "Well, if you don't like who I am, then go yourself." And and I'd walk in going, "Huh, huh?" And she's like, "What, Gem?" I'm like, "Did I just hear what I thought you just said?" And she'll sit there and be like, "Well, if you don't like that I'm old and I'm this and then fuck you and this and this." And I'm like,
she's in
going,
a flat, yeah. I'm in a house.
"Yeah,
Matter of fact,
I'm in a flat, yeah."
we're gonna tear all of this down behind me and redo it
Yeah, I'm in a ground
when all
floor
my
flat,
new shit
Ghost Rider.
comes.
This is my lounge, and then through that door behind me over there, I have my kitchen to the left, bathroom just in the middle, and then my bedroom's on the right hand side. But my bedroom is off bounds at the moment because it's been decorated. So my lounge has kind of become my bedroom for the next month.
A lounge, living room. Okay, got it.
Yes, this is my lounge living area at the moment, and then I've got kitchen just through the door on the right, bathroom in the middle, bedroom is on the right hand side near my porch door.
Literally, I had to stop and think about that because, like, you guys call it a lounge. We call it a living room because everybody's normally in there, and that's where you normally do your living. You don't live in, well, normal people don't live in their bedroom. My house is totally different. Roy's in his room, Jordan's in his room, and I'm in my room. And like, we have like maybe a 2 hour conversation between all three of us.
Yeah, like the UK way of setting up things. So, like, this is the main room where I spend a lot of my time because I feel comfy in here. And then you've got my kitchen where I make my dinner, and then you've got my little bathroom, and then my bedroom is currently being painted. And it stinks like friggin' bleach and stuff right now. So I'm just like sitting here in my living room, just chilling out. And I've got my big window so I can see people walking and stuff. So it's quite nice, and I can broadcast
That,
from here. And
that's
my
gonna be
laptop's
my
always
room
plugged into
here.
my charger at the wall. So
When when we get my new setup, which is gonna take months to get,
right,
but my whole we're repainting this wall. So all my walls will be white, and then we're gonna redo the lights, and then Roy's going to paint a big LF for Lunatic Froggy. Of course, we're gonna have Chomp Chomp and Artemis, but they're gonna be on the other wall. And then the hooks with the stuff from my daughter's wedding is gonna be on the other wall because
yeah,
we don't want the cats getting up there and ruining it. I drink to stop stress, by the way. Today was shaking. I understand that. If I could drink, I would. Honestly, there are days if I could drink, I would. But
yeah. I drink on the odd social occasion. Like when I go out to see my Elvis tribute, like I'll have a couple of social drinks and stuff. But I'm not overly a big drinker because it doesn't agree with me. But I do have a couple of social drinks when I'm out and about with people.
right, and I know a lot of people that actually drink to get away from the reality of fucking life.
Oh yeah, my dad does. My dad drinks alcohol every day. Like he'll be at work 7 a.m. till like 6 p.m. and then he'll go and have a few drinks, and it's the same routine every day. He'll be at work, finish work, go out on the drink. Next day, do it again. Go to work, come go to the pub after work. And he's drunk every day since he was like 14. So like
Yeah,
my dad's used to it.
you just gotta watch it so that way you don't get cirrhosis of the liver because that
Right.
shit is painful.
Oh yeah.
Which, did you know you could get cirrhosis of the liver if you don't drink?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sitting there looking up the facts because like you can okay, so like I have a fatty liver. Moderation is key. Fuck
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
yes. And I know a couple people that don't have moderation at all with it and probably should stop drinking cuz they do stupid shit when they drink. But
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do have, they know how to hold that shit down.
Yeah, like some of my dad's friends like need to cut down. Seriously, there's a couple of my dad's friends that will go into the pub at like 1 p.m. in the afternoon and they're still sitting there drinking at like nearly midnight. I'm like, dudes, how the hell are you still going? Like, they'll literally sit there and drink and drink and drink and drink without a break. I'm just like, how the fuck is your body functioning right now?
Right. Yeah. A lot of and once again, it's all the ingredients and foods that give kids, especially poor kids. Because think about it, people who are on the poorer side, they don't have a lot of fruits and veggies in their,
Right.
you know, dietary system because of the simple fact that shit's for rich people. Let me tell you, we go through I go through about $50 worth of veggies, but like we're literally growing by our own. But the sodas alone can cause, especially Mountain Dew. it can cause fatty liver disease. And it's like,
Yeah, right. Like Froggy would make a great politician. I've been told to get like I kind of dip in and out of local politics here in the UK. Like I've raised my voice at several meetings, and I've actually just been invited to another meeting at the end of next month because a lot of autistic people are fed up of not having their voices heard and stuff. So I've actually been sent a message yesterday saying, "Hey, there's a meeting, and we've been told that you're one of the best autism advocates in the area. You need to get here." And I'm like, "Fine, send me the details when, where." I'll be there. So I'm literally going to be going to a politics meeting next month. So
I can tell you one reason why I would not be good in politics. Because I would look at everybody, tell them to get their fucking shit together, learn how to fucking socialize and combine them as one, and stop separating this fucking world. We are individuals, but we stand together, and
absolutely,
nobody would fucking like it. I would stop the wars. Honestly, I would. And I would lower food prices, which would piss everybody off. I would lower them. I
yeah,
would make sure that, no kids go hungry. What is autism, anyways? Autism is basically a different spectrum of the way you think.
yeah. It's basically a neurodevelopmental condition that affects my brain wiring. So it's basically the way that I was born. I have sensitivities to light, noises, touch. I'm very sensitive to a lot of foods. I only eat certain foods that I know I like, and I like clothing. I have to rip all the tags out of my clothes. If I purchase any new clothes, the first thing I do is rip the tags out because
Haven't
the
you ever
tags
heard of takeless clothes? Or is that just an American thing? Like,
that's just an American thing. It's not. It doesn't happen here,
oh my
unfortunately.
God, send me your clothes size. I will go
Right.
shopping for you.
Yeah.
I know what will trigger you.
Yes.
Like, there will be no wool, but everything will be tagless because I cannot stand tags.
Right. Tags make my skin feel like I'm on fire. Literally, the other day I bought this lovely dress. I love it. And I know it's going to be good on me. It's going to look good on me. But the fucking thing is, the tag, they've somehow managed to stitch right into the fucking back of the.
Oh, I hate that.
And literally, like, every time I go to put it on to try it on, I'm just like itching. I'm like, get it off, get it off, get it off. And I'm just like, oh, it drives me
Yeah,
bananas.
I literally fucking tagless clothes is the way to go.
Yeah,
And I
unfortunately,
don't
the
know
UK
if you
doesn't
can
do
like
that.
I don't know if you can like just search it up in like your Amazon Prime over there, but
Yeah, I can
like
try.
yeah, tagless clothes. I guess I got them as well. Like, okay, so here's the thing. Autism is a real thing.
Yes.
We all know this. But
Yes.
all of us have a form of autism. And I'm
Yes.
sorry to say we do.
Yes, we
Because
do.
the main thing that separates like non-neurodivergent people from neurodivergent people is the processing of how you process things. So
Right.
like if you were to look at something 3D, your brain would process it as a 3D model.
Right.
But people who are neurodivergent normally typically processes those things as 4D. They process things from 2D to 3D. My
Right.
typing sucks. Don't even fucking worry about it. Dude,
You're
my
fine,
dad
Ghost Rider.
first of all, the man that just brought me my salad, who's my fucking rock, he can't fucking type worth shit. I do all the typing. Um, I have a lot of friends that can type. My dad couldn't spell. I had to teach my dad how to spell.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. Autism is basically a different way of thinking, feeling, seeing the world. I don't have control of my emotions for a lot of the time. Froggy knows I'm very heightened. I'm prone to depressive episodes. I'm
And
just been diagnosed with
then she gets on a fucking
migraines.
phone call with me and I fucking make her laugh and she's like, "Thanks." I
Yeah,
need
literally, like my brain goes from one thing to another quite quickly. I can jump from being triggered, pissed off 1 minute, to then all of a sudden Froggy will say things to make me laugh, and she'll explain something to me, and I'm like, what the fuck was I worried about? Like, what the fuck? And then like
Right.
I can
And
go
once again,
to,
it's the different ways we process things, because
yeah,
I've always been one of those people that I look outside of the box. I don't
yeah,
look inside the box. I'm not stuck inside the box. I'm literally stuck on the outside of the box looking in going, y'all are fucking stupid. Right?
That's funny.
Well, think about it. You got the people who criticize people for mental health, the people that have to live the perfect life, the people that don't understand that other people have, like, I could not eat fish. I will puke for 12 fucking hours eating fish, okay?
Right.
I mean, it's a great diet, but I'm not gonna fucking puke for 12 hours. Fish don't taste good going down or coming up. Sorry to say. But like, I don't look at things like most people would, because once again, I had a dad that could not read. I had a dad that could not spell. So like, I had to work around his development
Yeah.
to further my development, which furthered his development. By the time my little brother Philip came around, he was able to read and write, which, I mean, like, a lot of that came because I'm like, Dad, you need to sign this, and then I'd have to read it to him. If I told you about my dad, you'd be shocked. Probably not. I have some, dude. I have seen some shitty dads out there. Um, I have seen horrible things that some people do who claim to be dads. I, a matter of fact, Jordan's biological grandfather was a registered essay. He died in prison, and he literally wrote the prison and said, if you ever let me out again, I will do it again. So, I mean, I have seen shitty dads. I have seen abusive dads. I have seen, like, when I tell you, I came from poor, okay? I mean, fucking poor, to the point where literally some days mom was reheating leftovers. Like, we were limited on food, poor. Going to food shelves, poor. Mom having to steal food, poor. Okay, to the life we live right now is completely different. And then I go to like Roy's sister's house, and it's completely different. Like, their lifestyle is rich to me.
Yeah.
Like, nope, I'm not paid. I
Ghost
love
Rider, I
you.
want to ask you a question. What's your opinion about me, Ghost Rider? Because you're saying that Froggy's great. I'd like to know how you think about me.
Ghost Rider, I fucking love you. You are fucking amazing.
You seem to be like a really good dude, Ghost
He
Rider.
is, and that's the fucking best part about it. Because like, I see the true Ghost Rider. Like, he's dark witted like I am. He's
Yeah.
fucking smart. He like does really deep dives into like fucking companies and shit. I think she's depressed for a reason too. It's called society. Social society is the main reason why people who have autism are depressed.
Yeah. Depression comes with my autism, unfortunately. It's part of the comorbid bullshit that happens, but I try my best not to show it on camera and stuff because it's.
He sees no kitty cats.
I try and internalize it a lot. So yeah, usually I try not to show my depression if I can possibly help it.
I got a poopy dog that's in sight. My kitty cat took off, but I got a poopy dog. Yeah, she don't have animals, but I
Yeah,
mean,
unfortunately, I'm not allowed animals in my apartment. The local authority who I rent this from full of BS. They basically said that if I wanted pets, I'd have to pay a yearly pet license and have the local authority do like welfare checks and stuff. I'm like, I don't want you in my property. Like, no, I'm not gonna have some stranger come into my place to check on me. No.
He says 10-4. That sucks. Which, if you didn't know, 10-4 basically means he understands. He comprehends. It's actually trucker language, which
Yeah, I know. 10, yeah, I understand what 10-4 is because I've got one of my cousins used to be a trucker, so yeah.
my ex-husband was a trucker, so like if he'd say something or I'd say something, he'd be like 10-4, Roger that, and I'm like, you dickhead, can't you just say I understand?
Right. My cousin used to be a trucker, and he used to text me all the time. He'd be like 10-4, Gem, and at first I was like, "What the hell does that mean?" And then once he explained to me, I was like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." Yeah.
I hate my life, no pets, no love. I hate not having love around me.
Well,
You know
that's
what,
why
Ghost Rider? You have love around you because I fucking love you.
I love you
Seriously.
too, dude. You seem like a really upstanding Jen, and the fact that you've admitted you're a part troll, like, that's brave because a lot of trolls don't even admit they're trolls. Like, they'll come into
Exactly. They hide around it. You don't hide around shit. You're fucking amazing, and I truly love you, Ghost Rider.
Basically, you're more than welcome on my channel at any time. Like, I'll make sure you're modded and protected because if you come into the chat and you'll say you're part troll, yeah, some people in my chat might try and ban you. So if you come into my chat, I'm gonna have to make sure I wrench you because, yeah, if people will be quite quick to get rid of you if you put that you're part troll in the chat, then they're gonna be like, that's a troll. No.
I'd be like, yeah, no, we ain't timing out Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, no, leave him alone. No, don't do it. Like, let me mod him first before you try and do anything stupid.
Literally, fucking Ghost Rider, you know damn well you are welcome on any one of my streams. I totally love you. And you can follow me on Twitter and I will message you all day long.
Some trolls have ghost. I've had a few trolls that come into my chat and they've outright said that they're trolls. They love trolling people. I actually had a troll who tried to copy my channel a couple of years ago, and they literally tried to convince people they were me. They nicked my content. They nicked my pictures. They were telling people that they lived in the UK when they didn't, and I found out where one of them was from, and they happened to be a Canadian. I actually reported them to the feds because they were threatening to send people over here to harm me and stuff. But yet
Yeah,
they're trying
those ain't good trolls. Those are bad trolls. Ghost Rider's a good troll. Like,
yeah.
I've seen him in some people's chat where, like, he will troll the fuck out of them. Especially if, like, they're negative people. He'll fucking egg them on. But fucking, we all know here in Lunatic Froggy World, we know fucking Ghost Rider and we love him. And I'm a ghost hunter fan, proving demons, Beardo, etc. Yeah, like literally fucking. You know how I am. I fucking love you to pieces. Fuck, if you were in Texas, I would say let's go ghost hunting together. Yeah, Beardo Good Scared is from the UK.
Okay.
Proven Demons. I haven't really watched them. Uh, but I've watched Beardo Get Scared, and he ghost hunts like I do. Like he actually goes out there, and a lot of times he don't use equipment. I don't really use equipment. I just go out there because, like, if you're gonna hear something, you're gonna hear something. If you're not gonna hear something, you're not gonna hear something. He kind of is.
Yeah, some of the UK ghost hunting people are a bit sketchy. Like, I will admit that. Like, there's been streams that I've seen where they've gone out. Like, there's a local what we call state house mansion in one of my local parks, and it's one of the most supposedly haunted, creepy places in the area. And people have done multiple investigations in it, and a lot of them have turned out to be fake, or they've lied about how creepy it is. And I'm just like, why would you lie about that? Like, it's just pointless.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, if I actually could find all of the videos that I was in when we went to the Ballistica Axe murder house up in Iowa. Literally, Roy slept on the bed the whole night.
No.
Hey, you know better than to do that on my chair.
Oh, kitty.
Kitty went to the window.
Yeah.
She has torn up this chair. We actually got her own chair. It's right here. This is her chair
Oh no.
for her to claw the fuck out of. And she still comes to my chair.
Yeah.
Like when your cat is so spoiled, they have their own chair.
Yeah, Ghost Rider, I don't know if you've seen recently as well. There's been a couple of supposedly autistic people from the UK on TikTok and one on YouTube that got ripped to shreds out of the other day because apparently they were found out to be fake and having autism, or they were doing like, because a lot of autistic people stim, and if you don't know what stimming is, it's like body movements to make us feel calm. And there was just one woman who I actually saw a stream of where she was like deliberately like head banging, like doing this kind of thing, and like she was deliberately like going like this and like basically making out that all autistic people like mental and stuff. I'm like, I don't stim like that. Like my stims are very, very subtle. Like I do things like twist the bottom of my hair, or I might play with the tops of my nails, like pressing my nails like this. Like I'm very subtle in my stims. I don't do stims that are noticeable. Like people don't often know that I'm sitting here on camera and like I'm touching my duvet, or
I have a smart babe.
People don't see that.
I have a smart babe that you can connect to your phone.
So I know that autism gets a bad rap sometimes online because people are like, oh well, once one of you steps out line, you're all the same. I'm like, no, because some autistic people deserve to be called out for their bullshit, yes, but not all autistic people are faking their condition or their stims, or like a lot of my stims are not visual, and a lot of people go, well, you don't have the stimming part of your autism. You don't headbang, or you don't hand flap, or yes, I do. Like when I get excited, Froggy, see me, like my hands will go stiff, and I'm like this. Like when I get excited, I'm literally like this, and people are like, "That's not a stim." I'm like, "Yes, it is. That's how my body reacts. If I'm excited, I'm like, I'm literally like this. I'll stiffen up, and because that's how my body reacts to getting excited.
Exactly.
I stiffen up, and
I make threads across my neck if you piss me off. Don't make threads across your neck. Make them across mine. It's funner.
yeah.
But no, if you guys notice, I stem. I sway back and forth. Oh no, honey, you didn't do anything wrong. It was a joke.
Yeah,
it was literally a joke.
You're good, dude. No worries.
But another thing that nobody notices, and I do it all stream, is I have a vape in my hand because, like this one, it has the thingy right here, and I just sit here and go like this.
So this is the thing. Like I can sit here. Like sometimes I might stim with a pen. Like I might sit here and I'm writing my notes, and I'll literally just go like this, and I'll literally fidget with my pen when I'm writing because it helps me to focus.
The one stem I fucking cannot stand.
Oh yeah, that drives me nuts. I hate that. Like it's like another thing that I don't like. I know some autistic people have to do it because they feel, but it's mouth clicking. Like a lot of autistic people will mouth stim, and it's called an auditory stim, and they'll literally sit there and go, and I'm just like, God damn, it drives me nuts.
My brother does that.
I hate it. It drives me nuts.
Ghost Rider, you are my friend, and I love you. You were talking about the head bouncing.
Yeah.
My little brother, he would sit there and in his sleep he would bounce his head off the pillow. Yeah. Now he was like 8. No, he was 6 years old. So there's no way he knew what autism and stemming was.
Yeah, no, stimming still gets a bad rap because people assume that we're deliberately doing it for attention, or we're doing it to make an idiot of ourselves. No, it's not the case at all.
That's called exercise.
Yes, Ghost Rider, that's exercise, and that's letting out your frustration, yeah.
But it also is part of stemming. When you're overly excited or overly aggressive, you repetitively hit things.
Yeah.
But no, literally fucking ghostwriter. It fucking look me up on Twitter. Like it's linked. Look, all my shit is linked. Twitter, Discord, fucking hit me up on them. I am more than willing to be talk to you parasocial. Like I ain't afraid of parasocial fucking friendships. I think that's what 90% of YouTube is anyways, is
Yeah.
parasocial.
Oh yeah. Like Ghost Rider, if you want to know more about autism in depth and stuff, I'm more than happy to do a big length video for you. I do have a lot of videos about like the levels of autism and stuff on my channel. I've talked about the history of autism. I've talked about judgments of autism and stuff. But if you want to know more in depth more about me, then I'm more than happy to do a video kind of explaining my backstory. And for a lot of people who don't know me, I was diagnosed in 2014, age 24. I'm nearly 37 years old, so it's been nearly 14 years of up and down madness. I've moved twice in that time. I've gone from being in a supported housing block for people with mental health issues to now being in my own fully independent apartment. Yeah, I'm more than happy to do some videos for you if that would help.
Yeah, I actually did a test on my channel. Fucking told me to go talk to my doctor about getting tested for it. But Ghost Rider, you said knocks on window. I don't think you would make it to my window. Do you know why you wouldn't make it to my window? Because you would see the kitties and you'd pick them up. You just want to have a kitty cat. Yeah, you would literally pick up one of my kitty cats because they're pretty nice. And you'd be like, oh, take the kitty. Because my cats go outside. My cats are indoor. All except for Shadow. Shadow, I will not allow to go in and out because she decides to hide under my fucking house. But the rest of my cats are indoor, outdoor cats. So they go inside and outside all the time. So you would not make it to my window because you'd be like, kitty. True kitty nap and run. I leave a note, Froggy. You could go ahead and kitty nap one. Only one, but you cannot have Tiger or Clone. You can have Caleb. He's really cool. He lets you pet him. He curls up next to you while you go to sleep. He's a very good kitty. You could have Mama too. She's really good. She comes in when you like open the door for her. She meows at the door to let you know that she wants in. She's litter box trained. Yeah.
Ghost Rider also on my channel. I also do like out and about videos. Like I'll show you if I go out to like local pubs and restaurants and stuff. So if you like seeing outdoor pub videos or restaurant videos, I have done a lot of videos talking about food choices and menus and the overstimulation that can happen when I go into a pub environment and I'm confronted there with a lot of different menus with different colors and there's different fonts on the menus and I'm sitting there going how am I meant to read this? And so there's videos of me actually having partial meltdowns going I don't know what to do. So I do have videos like that as well, showing you the actual distress that I can get in when it goes to being outside. So there's a lot of different types of videos that you might find helpful on my channel already. I've got over 1,800 videos so far and counting on my channel. So
sorry, I had to tell Ghostly to stop licking himself while he's on camera.
hey, no worries.
My cat. There goes my cat. I was going to tell you my cat's right over by my computer, but my cat decided to take off. I may need to escape America soon. Can you get me government status? Actually, it's really easy to become a UK citizen.
Yeah, there's online tests and stuff that you can do. We have like online computer tests that you have to do. You have to be able to do I think it's a written, an on-screen like test where you have to like copy people's head movements, and I think there's
Yep.
a language test and some other bits that you have to do. But I think it's
Basically, as long as you know English and you can pass the test, you're fucking Gucci. You can easily get over there.
yeah, as long as I think you have to have a pass rate of like, I believe it's like 75 or 80%. As long as you hit that mark, then you're pretty much guaranteed to get an
I heard
entry.
Canada's and Mexico are easy to get into too.
Yeah, so I think the UK is a little bit more harder, but I think the pass rate is like 75, 80%. So as long as you get around that mark, you're pretty much guaranteed to get an entry into the country. So
Yeah, as long as you
yeah,
have a passport, you can get into Canada. It's easy.
yeah,
And
pretty
then a
much.
lot of people, I know somebody that literally crossed the border for 17 years and was never discovered.
Damn. Yeah,
She lived in the same house too. Like she owned the property up there.
yeah, that probably wouldn't happen here. Like everything would probably be you'd probably be investigating the stuff. But once you actually live here legitimately, then everything's good. Like you prove that you need to be here and stuff, and you can have a form of working, or if you are considered disabled or mentally disabled, then there is help for you to live safely and stuff. But yeah, as long as you
Oh,
have the
and in
need to
Mexico,
be here.
they do not uh what's that word? Force you to come back to the States if you're an outlaw. Canada,
Well,
they don't either. They don't
no,
expedite.
no,
Or
The UK legally isn't allowed to extradite people unless there is certain criteria that they have to extradite people. But usually the UK, I think there was a story a couple of years ago. There was a UK guy who had hacked into the American government website, and UK were trying to push to get him extradited to the States to stand trial over there. But then when he actually got to the United States, he was refused entry into the country, so the UK then had to take him back, and now he's been put back over to the States yet again to now face his trial. So now it's just a case of waiting for the US to act.
There was a guy that literally committed 3 very, very heinous acts. And he flew over to the UK, got UK citizen, changed his whole entire name and everything.
Yeah,
And when he went in for fingerprinting for some reason, he had to get his fingerprints. Um, it came back that he was the person that they were looking for,
damn,
and the UK refuses to expedite him.
that's ridiculous. Because it's like the guy who we just extradited. This guy had made threats to kill, let's just say, a certain member of your current president, and he had made threats to harm other people, and now he is actually in an American prison right now, potentially going to be serving a death row sentence. But now the UK government's decided they're going to interject it and go, well, let's not put him on death row quite yet. You know, he's got human rights and blah blah blah. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
he has no human rights to stand on now because he's made threats to kill. If he's on death row, leave him there.
Well,
Like,
see, and that's the thing. Like the UK is, I mean, America has compared to a lot of countries, America has a pretty good prison system.
yeah,
Granted, it does run off of a completely different system than normal, right? But they do have the US does have a pretty good prison system. Like you get health and all that shit. Like 3 cots, fucking no rent. You can even have tablets in there now and watch YouTube and shit. Like you can be on TikTok and make money in the fucking prison.
yeah, that doesn't happen here.
And then you go to like Mexico and fucking millions die in the Mexico prisons. They're horrible. And then you go to the Canada, they have pretty good prison system too. They're right there with the fucking US. You go to the UK, you have pretty good prison systems. It's not too terrible.
It's not too terrible, yeah.
And then you go to like all these other different countries and like it just declines, and it's like because they don't see prisoners as what are you doing, Shadow? You're gonna use it's fucking zoomy time. That's what that is. All the wild horses, epic watch. Yes. Um, but yeah, like fucking the three prison systems I would ever want to be in is the United States, Canada, and the UK. The only issue with Canada is the cold sets off my seizures. So every time it got cold, I would have seizures.
Yeah, the UK has, I wouldn't say cold weather, but we do have our cold, rainy days and stuff. But like right now, we've been in like literally nearly a 2 month long heat wave. It's been ridiculous.
Yeah, the UK don't have AC. The
No.
US has AC.
Yeah, the UK is our houses, our apartments are not built for hot weather. It literally, like my apartment, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus my bedroom windows. I've got about 6 or 7 different windows open to try and get some air in here because these apartments are built like sun traps. Literally, as soon as it gets hot, boom, it literally sticks to this place like you wouldn't believe.
Ghost Rider, the easiest way to avoid the law is literally get in an RV and travel. As
Yeah,
long as you don't break the
yeah.
laws and all your tabs are like registered and everything, it doesn't even have to be in your name. But as long as they're registered and they stay registered, and you don't like speed or anything, literally get in a fucking. You could in Texas, it takes like fucking what 12 hours, 16 hours to go through the whole state of Texas. You could go from as a 1%. I have a plan. Fuck yeah. You could go from like one end of the Texas to the other end of the Texas and back and just keep the fucking vehicle in Texas, and like literally as long as you obey the law and stay low key, they fucking look at how long people come across the border and stay here. Like literally they stay here for years before they're even caught. Although I did hear on the grapevine that Tina D, Angry Grandpa's next door neighbor, Tina D.
Yes, I know who you, yeah.
Her house got swatted because an inmate broke out and hid under her trailer.
Damn.
I'm like there was 5 people living under her trailer and she had no idea.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like, first of all, why would you go to Tina D's house? Second of all, why would you hide underneath a trailer house? Like, if I'm escaping prison, I'm going to get in a vehicle and I'm going to take my merry fucking ass and go in a different state.
Right.
A lot of times, like, they don't even fucking expedite you from one state to the other state.
Right.
Like, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, I literally watched that today and I'm like, imagine fucking you're just chilling and all of a sudden your dogs are going fucking stir crazy because fucking you got a helicopter above your house fucking with the beam light, and then you got fucking a canine unit, and then you got like fucking your whole entire house just fucking covered in cop cars.
Right.
Fucking sirens blaring, red lights flashing, them screaming, "Come on with your hands up!" I'd be going, "Ah!"
That's like the other day, like my mum's husband works at a local port in our area, and in this port they have trucks going out all day, every day, 24 hours a day, whatever. And my mum's husband happened to be finishing work, and his friend who was now starting his shift was pulling into the port to get searched. He's literally his truck. He'd literally been in work 5 minutes. I shit you not. They opened the back of his truck to search it. 20 immigrants had hopped in from the border when he literally just pulled into the port to be searched for his shift, and he got fined. You know,
Oh yeah.
he didn't know these guys were in the back of his truck. He literally pulled into the security for 5 minutes to have his van, the trailer and that searched, and there was 20 of them who had hopped in from being, one of them had been laying underneath the actual engine and bonnet and attached himself underneath the truck, and then they'd literally undone all the bolts and locks on the doors, literally ran into the truck, bolted it again, so it was all locked and sealed. And then when they opened it, it had a thermal light heater put on top of the doors. It showed all the bodies, and they literally had laid themselves in like corners like this, and literally tried to hide themselves from being caught. It was crazy.
Damn.
Like they're
Ghost
very clever.
Riders.
Like literally, like luckily they caught them, but like literally, he could have got into the further into the port area, carry on doing his job, not notice that people were in his truck helping themselves to God knows what. And it is scary. It happens so quick. Like literally, it is ridiculous.
See, Ghost Rider, you don't throw the food scraps to the kids. You make the kids go get the food scraps.
Right. Like this is Ghost Rider. That's a good.
It's like I totally let hot women inside my RV and throw food scraps to their kids.
Like
that was a joke. But
when my nan used to give me fish and chip money, we actually it's I guess it's called a delicacy, but when you go to a local fish and chip shop here and you ask for food scraps, they literally give you like these like little like crustaceans of like crushed fish and batter, and they literally put into a bag and they call them food scraps. And my nan used to love them. Every time I used to go to the fish and chip shop, she's like, "Oh, don't forget my food scraps." And I literally would have to bring back this bag of like all these like little batter bits and fish bits, and yeah, it's literally like every time I was a child, it's like food scraps, Jem, food scraps, food scraps. And still to this day, I'll ask them if I go to a chip shop, I'm like, have a bag of food scraps. And they're like, oh my god, we haven't heard anyone say that in years. And like they still do them because it's how I was taught to remember it.
right.
So it's like
but literally fucking see, like Ghost Rider screwed up. You make the kids go get the fucking food.
Yeah, oh yeah, I used to do all the time with my nan and stuff. Yeah, I at like not 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, I was being sent to a local convenience store and fish and chip shop to get food. Like I literally would have a list from my nan going, Nanny needs this, Nanny needs that, and it'd literally be like boom, 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 and I'd literally be sent to the food shop on my own. Like
see, Ghost Rider gets my sense of humor. That's why I love me Ghost Rider.
Yeah, so I used to go to do the food like food hunt all the time by myself. Like even like the local ladies in the shop would know me so well that my nan was a chain smoker, and literally they would even have her cigarettes packed in the bag ready for me. Like, oh, yep, she likes these cigarettes and she likes these filters and she likes this, and then literally they would pack them right on top of the food. They're like, her cigarettes, her filters, her pipe, this, and literally like everything would be sealed. Like so you
Dude, I remember when my dad used to write me a fucking note to go to the grocery store right across the street to get cigarettes. Because, like, he literally fucking, he hurt himself, so he was laid up. Like, he couldn't fucking move. So he would send me to the grocery store to get cigarettes. Luckily, he went there every day, so they knew who I was and they knew who he was. But fucking, he'd write a note. I need 2 packs of Marbs. And it's like, oh, Dad, you're going to get me in trouble one day. Walking across the street. No, I have a note my dad sent me to get these.
Right, my nan used to all the time, and like the shop workers would be so funny. They're like, I can't believe she's sending a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old to come and get cigarettes. I'm like, yep. Like it was crazy. Like now you can't buy cigarettes here until you're at least 16. Like back in the day, like doing that, I was technically not old enough to get them, but because my nan signed a handwritten note, it's like, oh, okay, that's acceptable because she signed it. So
Mm-hmm.
literally, I'd get away with buying them. Like, it was ridiculous.
Dude, that's all my dad smoked. Like, okay, so originally he smoked Durrells, but then he switched over to Marbs. And once he switched to Marbs, he fucking stayed on Mars. And it's funny because we always called them cowboy killers. I'm like, oh, you want me to go get you some cowboy killers? He's like, yeah.
My nan used to smoke Benson Hedges. They're like a menthol brand. She used to smoke them by the freaking box load.
British people have different time zones. Yeah, that's why she's wide awake and I'm wide awake. And
Yeah, so
I'm on the British people time zone.
yeah, it's currently 20 to 10 in the morning here. Like, there's parts of the UK that are ahead of me, like Northern Ireland, they're an hour ahead of me. So for them right now it's 20 to 11. So yeah, there's some parts of the UK that do have a slight time difference, but for most of us we are on one time zone.
I think I'm more on New Zealand's time zone and
Yeah, New
Australia's.
Zealand and Australia are 13 hours ahead of me, so yeah.
Yeah, like I go to sleep when they go to sleep and I wake up when they wake up. It's fucking funny because like I watch a lot of fucking YouTube and some of my favorite my parents smoked them, Benz, yeah.
Yeah, my nana smoked them for years. Like, literally, my nana started smoking when she was 13 and she only quit when she was 70. No, yeah, 71, 'cause she had 3 heart attacks and she nearly died. And the doctor was like, you either give up now or you're dead in a year. So she literally quit cold turkey and never smoked one again. So,
You know
yeah.
what's funny? My dad quit smoking and like he fucking started getting healthy and shit and literally fucking 4 years later he passed away.
Yeah, my nan did well, bless her. Like, she only got heart failure in her late 80s, well, early 80s, and then she was told it was going to be between 1 to 3 years that she'd die, and she outlived the doctor's prediction by a year, so she did well. She was 85, so she did pretty well to last as long as she did, and she ended up having dementia as well, so she was already far gone anyway, but yeah, she
Yeah.
lived until she couldn't, so.
What okay, so like my grandpa, he had massive heart attacks constantly. Um from the time I was little, I remember being in the hospital because he had another heart attack. So like you got dead 30 years ago. I don't think you got dead. Maybe emotionally. Maybe emotionally.
Yeah, that's a valid
But
point.
you're still alive and we still love you. Unless you are literally a ghost. But then we still love you because ghosts are nice. Oh, you did you get resuscitated?
Yeah, you must have got resuscitated ghosts to still be here, so.
You never know. Especially with some of the stuff I've seen. You never know.
Oh, ghosts, talking about being nearly dead. I was nearly classified as dead like 16 years ago when I got run over, and I've actually got 2 lumps here on the end of my head there. My head was split open here and split open here. I had over 28 stitches in my head because I went over a people carrier car, which is like a car that carries more than 8 people. And the woman decided that she would hit me. I went over the top of the car. She carried me on her bonnet, and then she threw me off, and I landed head first and did my head, and I was lucky to survive. I literally
Was that
had
like a horse and buggy or was that like a fucking van?
it was like a small van / small car. Like, and the thing is, she denied hitting me. And then when the police pulled her over a mile and a half down the road after she drove off and left me on the road, she claimed she'd hit an animal. And I'm like, then the police were like, so you denied hitting a human, but now you've admitted to hitting an animal. And they went, in actual fact, you hit a young girl. And she denied hitting me. She's like, I never hit a human. I would have seen if it was a human. And the police like, you hit a human. You left her on the road and drove off.
Shit. Dude,
Right.
talking about fucking busting your head up. So my dad, he he drove to work every day, and one day, because he was, or one of his friends, Sandy, my mom's friend Sandy, was getting off before him. Normally they rode together, but like this day, Sandy drove herself because she was getting off earlier than he was, and she's following behind him.
Right.
And all of a sudden, he hits a patch of black ice because we lived up in Minnesota and we all know black ice is a big thing up there. And he's driving a minivan. And this is why I asked, because he ended up tornadoing it. And if you don't know what tornadoing your vehicle is, it gets up on the nose and it tornadoes.
Yeah.
Like it didn't roll, it tornadoed on the nose. Well, a crowbar, he had a loose crowbar in the vehicle.
Yeah.
It hit him in the back of the head.
Ooh.
And then smashed him in the front of the head because it whipped around. What up, Everett? It whipped around and hit him in the front of the head and busted his head up. And it did this like 5 times. So, like, he had 150 stitches back here and 150 stitches up here. And he ended up busting his collarbone, and then he ended up having 3 busted ribs. But Sandy managed to cut him out. And he was a mile and a half from my grandparents' house. His mom and dad's. Not my mom's, but his mom and dad's. He was a mile and a half from there. And literally he walked in the door and she's like,
yeah.
And they rushed him to the ER, and Sandy went to the work and explained what happened. And we got a call, and of course, me and my sister and my brother all had to go over to the neighbor's house for a couple of days, and we couldn't figure it out. Well, my dad was in the hospital for those couple of days, but literally a crowbar busted him in the head 15, like all total it was 15 times.
Damn, it's like head injuries can be so serious. Like, this is the thing, I didn't realize how lucky I was to survive, because the injuries that I had should have killed me on the spot. It should have been one and done. But somehow someone or something decided to save me that night, and I literally fought for my life. I was on life support for 3 days, in hospital for 4 and a bit days. And the doctor was like, "How the hell have you made it, Gemma?" Like, I remember the doctor coming up to me going, "It should have been one and done. You should have been gone. Like, bye-bye, game over, no chance, nothing."
Right, but somehow, some way, you were blessed by fucking God to fucking be here still today.
Yeah, every day I count myself as lucky, because the injuries that I had I had a broken shoulder, I had a broken wrist, I had a dislocated elbow, dislocated shoulder, I had internal bleeding in my legs, I had bruising on my legs. I had to learn. It took me 8 weeks to learn to walk again. I had to have intensive physio for a year. I had to have about 12, 15 sessions of speech therapy. I had to, it was pretty intensive. And then I started getting pains in my hands, which is why I ended up having surgery. And I literally have a line like here on both my wrists.
I could see you.
I had to have the carpal tunnel took out because I couldn't feel my hands for over a year.
Yep. Same thing here, both wrists.
So I've had both my wrists.
Hey, Ghost Rider, hold on. Ghost Rider, you know the sexiest pickup line a woman could ever give a man? They grab their belt and ask them if they know what a belt's good for. And when they say, yeah, hold up your pants, you say, nah, it's so you follow me to bed. Yeah, it does work. It does work. I'm telling you right now, it does fucking work.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
But then they stay for like 15 years.
Hey, Everett, I just saw your message come up, but hey. I've been so lucky to survive things like that, because I thought, the fact that people were planning my funeral, and the fact that they told my parents that I wasn't going to make it, and somehow I managed to push past all my internal injuries. And the thing is, I was on gas and air and stuff, and when I came round and actually came conscious again, because I was unconscious for 2 days out of the 4 days I was in hospital, and they were like, "How the hell are you talking?" Like, literally, I was talking, I was social. After 3 days of being on life support, I was able to get up, showered, and get dressed with 2 nurses, and they're like, "You shouldn't be able to even do this yet." And the fact you've been able to get dressed and washed, and you're talking in 2 days into a 4-day stay, like, no. Like,
Right. Yeah, but like our head, okay, so when we have severe trauma, sometimes we don't realize that we're as traumatized as doctors think we should be.
right.
And that, like I said, it's literally by the grace of God that shit like that happens. Cause like,
Oh, yeah.
there's been times I should have been fucking dead,
Yeah.
but I'm still here today.
Right.
I've had wheel bearings go out on me while I'm going down the freeway. I've had tires blow out on me while I'm so fucking tired I can't even fucking see. I've been so tired that I've literally ran over the middle section of a fucking road. Um, Hence the reason I got a flat tire. And other times, like I literally had my fucking radiator explode on me 300 miles from home, and I still drove that bitch home and made it home. Like there's many times
Right.
I should not have made it home, and I made it home.
Right. Oh,
So
yeah.
I get where you're coming from. Like
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
we're here for a purpose, and
I
Ghost
know this
Rider
is
is here to troll other people.
That's
And
like what I said. Like, I know I'm lucky to be here, and I count every day as an extra day that I'm here. And like I said to people before, I look back at that time and I was ill and not right in the head, and I was on so many friggin' God knows what meds they put me on to function. And I look back at it, and I'm like, damn, Gemma, like you played with death quite a bit. Like you were lucky you did push through and pull through and got yourself out of it. And I now know that it's someone up there who has lost their life in my family, and I'm like, if that was you watching me that night, God, I'm really lucky you were watching me, because I shouldn't be here. And yet now I'm like, that's why I'm more passionate about disability and mental health. I'm like, look, I've had one chance of not being here, I'm not going to screw it up.
right, and here's my thinking on this one. And a lot of people might disagree with me, but when you have a traumatic experience happen in your life, you're like, fuck, I don't want to
Oh
fuck it
yeah.
up. Now, a lot of people say that we have guardian angels, and I truly believe in it. And
Oh
matter of
yeah.
fact, I
I
have
do believe
3.
that.
And if you ever see me go ghost hunting, I will ask them to fucking watch over me. It's not just Archangel Michael that I asked to watch over me. It's Ben and Renaud too. I asked all 3 of them to fucking watch over me, because literally I have video evidence and I have so many people backing up my statement that I ask who's watching over me, and literally 3 names came out:
Right.
Archangel Michael, Ben, and Renaud. They're like, I watch over you. I watch over you. I protect you.
Right.
And I get shit a lot of times because everybody's like, "Oh, everything for Froggy. Everybody loves Froggy." It's like, just because I'm a genuine person and people like me doesn't mean that I get everything that I want. And matter of fact, if I got everything that I want, I'd have a fucking running car. Okay?
Right.
I mean, I have a running car, but the most it's going to make is around town. It's on its last leg.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I look at it that I'm blessed enough to be here. I'm blessed enough to have all the friends that I do. And I'm blessed enough to have, let's face it, the non trolled trolls come into my chat and be civilized and laugh and joke with me. Ghost
Yeah.
Rider admitted he loves trolling people, but he
Yeah.
comes in here and he has a full on conversation with me. And that is one of the best things I could ever fucking have is somebody like Ghostwriter who will full on have a conversation with me, who fully fucking appreciates and loves me and understands me. And, you know,
Yeah.
and it's just the same way as it is with you, Gemma. When you have that full on fucking conversation with
Yeah.
somebody in your chat, you feel fucking blessed that you have them.
Oh yeah, I every day, like when I have my chats and my videos and people come in my comment section and they commend me and appreciate me, it makes me feel good because I know that I'm helping one person change their view or they understand more about who I am. And it doesn't take much just to get that well done from someone. I'm like, oh, they do really appreciate me. And the effort we put into being content creators and streamers and video content creators, it takes a lot of energy. Me and Froggy, we could sit here for days and days and days and days talking about our topics and such. And it takes a lot of energy. And people go, oh, well, being a YouTuber is so easy. No, it's
No,
not.
the fuck it's not.
It's complicated. It's hard. We put a lot of hours into our stuff. We have to do research and back up our evidence. And people say, oh, well, all you do is sit at home all day and record stuff. I'm like, no, I don't. I go out, I meet with people, I get my evidence together, I make sure that I've got everything that's backing up my videos. Like my thumbnail takes me a while to do because I have to make sure I get the right picture and and make sure it's not overwhelming people and make sure that the text isn't too overwhelming. And my thumbnail can take me anywhere from 2 hours up to about 5 hours to do because I want to make sure that my thumbnail is just perfect. I want to make sure that it's not going to sensory overwhelm people. It's not going to make people with epilepsy or seizures go into a seizure. I want to make sure that it's not going to agitate people who are sensitive to bright colors. So all my
Exactly.
thumbnails are deliberately made that way.
Exactly. And that is the major thing is like literally as a creator, you have to look at that. Like, and I'm a male porn star to pay my bills. Wife keeps accusing me of cheating. Well, I mean, look, more power to you if you can make money doing porn. I can't. I'm a bigger girl, okay? Big girls don't make a lot of money doing porn, but we do make a lot of money eating. Just not me.
Yeah,
I do it for the fun of it. Um, but no, like I said, Ghostwriter, I love when you come in because you make me fucking laugh. You, you're just fucking awesome.
yeah. So
Okay.
you are very funny. If you do that kind of work, all credit to you. Like that's good. Like, but yeah, us women who are on the bigger side of things, yeah, no.
I just got fired. Was it your wife that was the female partner?
Ghost Rider, you are a funny dude. Like, I look forward to seeing you in my chats and stuff. Like, you seem like a really non-troll to me. Like, you don't seem like you're a troll. So I'm looking forward to seeing
He's
you around.
he's a troll to the people that deserve to be trolled.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
My
Like,
beer gut.
some people do there's certain people on this platform who shouldn't be on this platform who deserve to get trolled, who need to be taught a lesson. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I know quite a few of them.
Oh yeah.
But Ghostwriter, I think you would still make it as a porn star, being a dude, as long as you can make her moan. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
what honestly, if I were to watch porn, when I watch porn, I'm not looking at the shape of the people. Okay. Well, maybe the women, but that's a different situation on that one.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the guy, okay? All I want to hear is the fucking moaning. It is what it fucking is.
Yeah.
But I also like the high class porn, like True Blood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, as long as the woman's happy or the man's happy, depends on either way, I guess. But as long as the person's happy.
Moaning is annoying.
Well,
Depends.
it depends
Okay,
on how loud and stuff it is, I guess.
right. Now, like True Blood, when I first watched that, I'm like, why the fuck are we watching a porn? He goes, it's not a porn. It's literally a video. I'm like, no, this is fucking high class storyline porn. He goes, it's just like your books. I go, yeah, they're porn.
Yeah, no, True Blood was, yeah. That's when I first started getting into like vampires and stuff. Because when I started watching True Blood here in the UK, when they started broadcasting it, the first few episodes I was like, oh my god, what the hell? And then I got more and more into it. And I actually now have the DVD set, so I got so hooked on it. I was just like, damn, this is good. So I ended
Right.
up playing it.
But it's still like literally, there is not one episode that there is not horizontal popping going on in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, those vampires can do some funky things.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. I used to love Eric, and I used to love Bill. Eric was fit as hell. I used to love Eric, and then I got
Eric Compton.
I got a little feeling for Bill, and I
Oh
can't
no,
believe
it's Bill Compton.
him and the girl who played Suki Anna are actually married in real life. I was like, damn.
Suki was fucking.
Yeah, she was fire.
Yeah, that was honestly it was. But let me tell you, Suki, she was
Yeah.
perfect for that role.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, show made me weird for real. Dude, it did because like literally well, okay, so the major part that a lot of people don't get out of the storyline of True Blood is that when you become a vampire, you stay how you were. So if you were a lazy fat fuck in real life and was turned into a vampire, you became a lazy fat fuck
Vampire, yeah.
vampire. I was like, should I jerk it to a vamp? I would.
Yeah, like why not? Like they were hot. Like I loved the guy who played Eric. Like he was fit as hell. Like
I'm sorry, but Lafayette, gay Lafayette, ooh.
oh Lafayette, oh yeah, oh my god, he was attractive.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is true. I want to find out. But I
He
heard
did
that the
die of
guy who
AIDS.
played Lafayette in real life died. Is that true? Or is that
Yes.
just
Yes, they did a whole fucking memorial for him
oh, okay?
on
It was true. Okay, because
True
I
Blood.
thought it was just part of the show that he died, but I heard that he actually died in real life.
No, he did. In matter of fact, in one of the episodes, if you go back and watch it, the episode that he dies, at the very end of it, they do put his picture and all the information about
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it. But yeah, I wasn't sure.
But no, like I love watching Lafayette. Eric's down under guy. Yeah. Fucking Eric was or Eris, yeah. Fucking Eric. That dude. Ooh. He was an asshole. But he turned out to be a good guy. He was just like arrogant.
Yeah.
And then he met Suki and like he fucking changed. And then like his whole fucking right hand lady got pissed and wanted to kill Suki so many fucking times.
Oh yeah.
Like I did, yeah.
I might have to watch True Blood today. I haven't watched it in ages.
The one part I love the most is when they send the burger back. Because you got to remember, it's from Louisiana. Yeah. And he goes, what's wrong with my burger? They say, I dislike Babs Froggy. Well, good thing I ain't one, huh? I'm a frog. I like to hop.
I love vampires. I love the alternate reality of vampires. I'm a big vampire fan. Like I've got the Vampire Diaries. I've got the original box set. I love everything to do with vampires and werewolves. I love it. I love the alternative magical element, and yeah, I'm a vampire freak.
Oh, if you like werewolves, Teen Wolf is a good werewolf.
Yes, I need to watch. I've got Disney Plus that streams on Disney Plus. I might watch.
I like the old episodes of Teen Wolf, not the new episodes of Teen Wolf.
Okay.
I'm waiting for your however, because
I'm a big
I'm
vampire.
waiting for the sarcastic comment on what you're about to say.
Like, yeah, I'm a big vampire fan. Like the originals and stuff like that. Like, I was a big Klaus fan. Klaus Michelson is just the guy who actually played him. Joseph Morgan's British, and oh my god, talk about sex on a stick. Frick me.
See, I didn't like Klaus because I thought he was an arrogant son of a bitch.
Yeah, but I there's part of me that I guess feels for him because I feel like he had some kind of autistic traits. The fact of being the black sheep, not wanted and hated, and I was just like, damn, I relate to him because he's not accepted. He was judged and criticized and made to feel like he was broken. I'm like, damn it, like.
So, Ghost Rider, you're willing to give the vampire some protein as long as they don't bite you, right? So, you're willing to give them the D. Oh, sorry, D.
Yeah, I love vampires and werewolves. So the whole magical thing behind it, like I could sit here
Oh, I
right
love that shit too.
now, watch vampires and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, oh, another good, like literally. I love that fucking face, Ghost. But like literally, I'm one of those people. I love watching weird shit. Okay, straight up 100%. I'm a fucking freak. And if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break it to you. I am a fucking freak on a leash. Okay.
Yep. I've
Grim
never watched
TV
Grim Ghost
show
Rider.
guy here.
One show
Oh, Grim
that's
was
one
good.
show I've never watched.
Oh my God, Grim was so good. If you want to talk about mythical creatures, Grim has everything.
Yeah, I think I've watched the trailer about, but I never actually watched the actual full. I might have to give that a watch as one of my next things to watch.
Grim has actual mythological creatures.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a watch. It sounds good.
Bigfoot's in there.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's a shapeshifter that turns into Bigfoot, which would
Good.
make sense on why we never
Thank
see
you, Terry.
Bigfoot.
I will. I'll look into it later today and see if I can watch it.
I will send you a reminder to watch Grim. Oh
Yes,
my
please let me know, Messenger. I'll definitely.
God.
I will go through. I'll even, you know what, Ghost Rider? I may even do some video reviews for you, so you know that I've watched it. Because I do like doing reviews on TV shows and stuff, so I may do a whole review on it.
Dude, okay, so like there are three things I love in this world. Supernatural,
Yeah.
and that includes like fucking unicorns, vampires, fucking werewolves, yeah, fucking mythical creatures, shapeshifters, the whole nine yards. Food and sex. Those are the three things I fucking love in this
What's
world.
not to love out of that?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Some people Dina, ooh, the Winchester boys. Oh fuck yeah. Although I never, Dean was okay. So Dean was okay, but Sam, oh, I would ride Sam for days. But Dean had the car, okay? Like Sam had the fucking smart car, Dean had the fucking muscle car. And ooh, a good muscle car, oh yeah. Could get any fucking engine running, okay?
Nice.
He has a okay, they had a fuck, what was it? Sam seemed gay. He did. In a way, he did. He seemed like the preppy boy type, but like he was also, he really did come off gay in that episode, in that series. I don't know if he was or not, but Dean, he was a hornball. Um, there are a lot of videos or shows that I used to love watching, but one of my favorite things to watch, um, unfortunately, was all about paranormal or true crime. In truth, they casted both. Yeah, they did. Like Sam and Dean played great together. Um, who was the fucking angel in that episode series? Uh, I can't remember his name. It's fucking 4 a.m. But yeah, the fucking angel, he was cool too. The fact that they never found their dad, they always were on a hunt for their dad, but they never found their dad.
Yeah.
Dean had to fight to be in his role. Yeah, he did. That he did. He had to fight to be there. Sam was kind of fucking easily given, you're Sam. Dean had to fight to get it. Um, Another great show that deals with magic that I liked watching was the original Charm. I do not like remakes of the original, just like Dirty Dancing. I rather watch Patrick Swayze.
Oh yeah. God rest Patrick Swayze. I love Patrick Swayze. He was a genius.
Exactly, just like they tried remaking Roadhouse. I rather watch the original. Footloose. I rather watch the original
I'm actually looking forward to the Buffy reboot that's happening in a couple of months' time. It's going to be coming on TV. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do to change it. But
oh god, why are they gonna fucking change Buffy?
because
that was a good movie.
The original Buffy is coming back, but she's also going to be having a young girl player as well, and they've also got some of the original cast have come back to agree to do it. So they're basically going to have Buffy playing in today's world rather than the world she used to play in. It's going to be basically an updated Buffy slaying vampires and werewolves and stuff now, rather than.
Have you read the books?
Yes, I've got the Buffy books. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say read the books before you do that because the original Buffy, and then it went on to the one with the LA show,
Yeah.
Angel. I am off to troll. Bye, ladies. Bye, sweetheart. We love you.
Sorry to take care.
Troll hard and make sure that if they're worth trolling, you do it right. Yes, I just gave him permission to troll. Anybody has an issue with it, I guess that's your issue. But no, like literally, Angel was another great storyline.
Oh yeah.
Like the shows they had back then when we were like younger to the shows compared to now are completely different.
Yeah, Angel and Buffy came out over here when I was 10, 11.
Right.
So, yeah.
Like, you can't remake how original it was. Just like...
No, you can't.
I'm sure you all remember the show Blossom.
Yes.
She actually played in fucking, The Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
You cannot pull off another Blossom at all.
Yeah.
You can't. And like she even brought that shit into The Big Bang Theory because she was the nerdy preppy person, just like on Blossom.
Yeah, a lot of the people from these shows now, though, if you look back, have turned a bit weird. Like, I know that a lot of the allegations that have been put out against the actor who played Angel, David Boreanaz, haven't been proven, so they are alleged. But he's alleged potential behaviour is that the fact he's been stalking women from shows that he's worked on in the past. He has sent inappropriate messages. He has grinded up on women potentially and done sexual innuendo moves on women and tried to initiate sexual contact to co-stars, and he's denying all that. He said nothing ever happened. It was banter. The women who have complained did it with permission. They said that they consented to him being sexual towards them and blah 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 blah. And now all these women say no, we didn't, and he's claiming nothing ever happened. So he's denying everything. But like the actor who played Xander and Buffy, again, he's been another one who has been in rehab for sexual stuff. He's been convicted of sexually being inappropriate, and I'm like, dude, what the hell's up with you? Like,
it's literally okay. So I'm gonna straight up tell everybody this, and whoever rewatches this, anybody that is in show business, unless they have like a fucking moral high ground, 9 chances out of 10 there's going to be allegations coming out to them. And the reason why is because, once again, back in the old days, you didn't have screenshots, you didn't have pictures.
No.
You can just take a picture of your phone. So things are harder to determine than back then. They're harder to prove than nowadays. So that's why I say, if you ever get into a parasocial net friendship relationship, unless you're like really good friends with them, like me and Gemma, or me and anyone that has came on my panel, Annie, Brody, I always make sure that there's screenshots of whatever the fuck you say.
Oh yeah, I keep screenshots of everything now, because it can end up backfiring on you if you don't have proof, and then someone says, "Oh well, you did this, you said this, did I?" And then I can go look back and go, "Actually, no, I didn't. I said this."
Right, exactly, and that's the thing. Like, fucking, if you're gonna say I did something, fucking come with screenshots.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't fucking come at me, because that shit ain't fucking. The only issue is that you can fake screenshots so much.
Yes, people do it on YouTube all the time. I've seen people who have said, "Well, you said this about me. You said this. You said this. You said this. I might prove it." And then I've gone through my own messages. I'm like, "No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that." And then like, "Yes, you did." No, I didn't, because here's the original messages.
Right, I literally had to do that one day. Like, I took screenshots of all my fucking Instagram conversation, and I took screenshots of all my fucking Discord conversation. I'm like, show me where I said any of this shit that's on that screenshot. Oh, well, you did it. I'm like, do you know how easy it is to fuck with that shit? Like, you can easily fake it.
Yeah, people use programs to fake stuff like that, and people say, "Oh no, they don't." Yeah, they do. There's programs
they do.
It. There's even like simple like text apps and stuff you can use to delete words and stuff, and it's ridiculous. Like, people can get away with that shit for ages. Like, and it's not until you actually go back in your original messages or the emails or whatever, and you go, "Actually, no, I said that." So it's literally like backfires some people.
Honey, I am exhausted.
Okay, go rest. Yep.
All right, everybody. We love you. We hope you had a great time.
Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to become a member, it's 99 cents. And don't forget to hit up Gemma's channel. It's pinned on my thing. It's Gemma Grace Journey. And we love you all, and we hope you have a great time.
Bye.
Bye.
Time tick-tock, clocks out of rhythm. Heartbeat slow, love prism, losing vision. Pack bags, dreams stuffed in the zipper teeth. Goodbye, taste bitter, pain underneath. Time to say goodbye, no rewind, no retry. Tears falling down, clouds flood the sky. Echoes in the hallway, shadows in my mind. The future's a blank page, the past left behind. Steps heavy, souls drag through the gravel. Memories unravel, minds of time travel. Burnt bridges, smoke still in the air. Walking through the ashes, pretending not to care. Truth in the rear view, lies in the mirror. Vision getting clearer, but the pain's still nearer. Roads split in two, can't
follow both lanes. Goodbye's a tattoo etched deep in my veins. Time to say goodbye, no rewind, no retry. Tears falling down, clouds flood the sky. Echoes in the hallway, shadows in my mind. The future's a blank page, the past left behind. Loose threads hanging, fabric of the past. Seams ripped apart, nothing built to last. Pen scribbles, final lines, end of the book. Goodbye written bold, but one last look. Loose threads hanging, fabric of the past. Seams ripped apart, nothing built to last. Pen scribbles, final lines, end of the book. Goodbye written bold, one last look. Time to say goodbye, no rewind, no retry. Tears falling down, clouds flood the sky. Echoes in the hallway, shadows in my mind. The future's a blank page, the past left behind.